It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be before you today. Just want to tell you how honored I am to speak before esteemed and distinguished guests. My name is Shaolin Brown, and Grace Fernandez. She invited me here today. I am a family child care advocate originally. Brooklyn. I'm Brooklyn native, born and raised. It was so interesting. First person I saw was Dr. Monica Sanchez, and I'm like, I know you from years ago. I met her when I was about
20 years ago.
Yeah, about 20 years ago. I was 10 years old. No, I'm joking. I was about in my early 20s. And actually, what's so interesting, when I met you around that time, my pastor had introduced me to you, and I was living with her as a woman of domestic violence. I was a domestic violence survivor. I had 2 young children, and I had no idea what tonight's topic would be. So, life happens to bring you in certain circles and certain places, for an indeed time. And I'm just so honored to bring up and to be able to speak about these issues and how they not only play in the Caribbean, in Africa, and even here in the United States. But one thing I know about the United States, and I am an Afro-Latina woman. My mom is Hispanic and my dad is African American. But one thing I know that we do have here is we have a process. And we have safe havens. But from my understanding, we lack those things in the Caribbean and African countries. I'm originally a family childhood advocate. Because of going through these things, I moved on to New Jersey, and I began to advocate on behalf of children and families, mothers. I also have a daycare. I work with children. And so when you're in this field, you are not just the babysitter, you're not just a child care provider or a teacher, but you're actually a therapist to the parent. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just so elated here because often, especially in colored communities, we cover up these issues of trauma, and we're not well informed on how to deal with it. And so we even hide behind things like spirituality, we hide behind things like alcoholism, substance abuse, and we hide behind things, even God. And I don't know if you ever heard of the term, what goes on in this house stays in this house. So there's no place to truly vent on what and what happened. And I think someone said earlier, when you speak up, you become that troublemaker, you become ostracized, or you become even more rejected. So I'm so happy that we are having this space to be able to connect and speak. One thing about this space, though, we seem to have all access to legislators, policyholders, doctors, to get the message out. However, what's lacking is education in the community. Education and mobilization. Education and mobilization. And as an advocate, one of the things that we maybe say is there's strength in numbers. And getting some people together so that when officers come to a door, they don't say, listen to your husband, because that is part of the social construct, and the man is always right. Even the word of God tells us the woman is the weaker vessel. I like when someone said, put your child in karate. Yes, that is an issue, but we are truly plagued. I recently even heard a story about a high school student, 17, 6'2", and he has a girlfriend who's 4'11", and every day he's coming home with a bruise because he's taught never to hit a woman. And so another issue that we have here that was brought up is how there's no gender in this. Abuse is abuse. Man, woman, man on man, woman on woman. Either way, we say abuse is abuse. And emotional and mental abuse will sometimes have you in prison where you feel paralyzed. You can't move, you can't walk. So women don't know where to go or how to get out of this situation if we don't pull strength from one another. So I just want to say thank you for having me here on tonight. I will do whatever I can to advocate on these issues across country lines, because women are women, people are people. And I just also want to highlight, one of the first things that was said to me tonight was, we gotta support each other. Where there's unity, there is strength. Thank you so much.